The Esticated Traffic and Public Safety Committee to order. If you can please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Through the flag, States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, could I get a roll call, please, Elena?
Commissioner Moriarty,
Here.
Commissioner Burke,
Here.
Commissioner Terrell,
Here.
Commissioner Dobbs,
Here.
and then Commissioner Sedgberg is absent.
Excellent. All right, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome the new city councilor, Matthew Blevins, to your left here. It's going to be our new liaison for traffic and public safety. Welcome. And everybody running for the committee also, Matt, Grina, thank you. Jim and Larry and Tyra, thank you for being here. Not singling you out. All right. So first up, community comments. Anybody have any community comments? Anyone? Sure. Grab the microphone, Larry. There you go.
Would you employ the mom? There. All right. Yeah, hi, thanks for letting me speak my mind. I'm Larry Geyer from Lawrence Road.
Yeah.
I was here last month and I suggested a dead end sign on right there where the new development is. And I got to tell you guys, it wasn't 3 weeks later, there was a sign up, a dead end sign up there.
Yeah.
I think it's just awesome that it got done that quick, that you guys you cared about that area enough to do that. And I think that'll save a lot of cars from coming down there for no reason. So I was just impressed on how quick it happened.
Is it on the opposite side of your street? Or is it
Yes.
on your side?
No, it's on my side of the street.
Okay, good.
So
Good.
you can't see it when you come out of the development. It's right there, but coming out of the curves, you can see that it's there. So yeah, that makes me very happy. Thank
Good.
you. Second off, I just have a question because I don't know, maybe you've gone over this. On Broadway, the parking lot spots are so short, the trucks stick out into the street. Is it going to be like that forever, or is there ever going to be a fix to that?
Yeah,
I mean, that's got to be
couldn't
one of the most unsafe things there is in this town. And I can remember talking to I won't say who they were, the people that were in charge of approving that. And I could see from my office at the cemetery office that they were going to be too short. And I told them what's going to be, and they said, no. I think the comment was we had a developer from Beaverton come out and he measured them and he said those were going to be okay. So it just seems, friends come to town, they just laugh about it. How can it be this way when these trucks stick out there? So is it truly going to just be that way forever? Or you could just come in and cut 2 feet off the sidewalk and it'd just be perfect?
I mean, I can definitely ask, but I mean, that was designed and passed long before this committee was around for sure. I mean, we were able to help out here on Main Street, but we had the, parallel parking over here. And we went through all the scenarios because we didn't want to be like Broadway.
Excellent. Right.
So, I have a Ram 3500 and I stick out. So I usually park up by the, the green
Right.
area up there by the Chinese restaurant.
Well,
Because I don't want to stick out
Well, you
and hurt
get one,
anybody.
you get one on each side. And you have to
Right.
actually cross the line
Right.
to get in there. So that just amazes me that somebody approves something as stupid as that. Do they still approve things?
No,
Thank you. Thank you. I'm done.
when they originally was doing Broadway, the plan at one time was no trucks park on Broadway. They had to park on the side streets. But that didn't last.
Right.
Did they even get tickets? Well, there's a great revenue right there.
Right. Very true. Yes, thank you. Anyone else? Tyra. Come on up.
Okay, I can just. Okay. All right. So I am the Esticated Prevention Alliance coordinator, director, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm the Esticated Prevention Specialist with Todos Juntos. And I am putting together a few projects that I wanted to have an invitation to you guys and also out to the community. I've got a little one pager here with what we have going on, so you guys can pass these down if you want. But the first is that we are having a community discussion. We're calling it a community cafe. We're inviting people to come learn about things that are affecting the youth here in Estacada. So we'll be talking about the youth housing situation. We have a bit of a crisis for high schoolers, actually. Youth mental health, substance use here in Estacada, and then increasing community involvement so that it's in support of youth and youth activities. And then, so that's a discussion that I would love to have your guys' input and anybody else in the community. The second is one that I'm working on. I'm still working on the paperwork for the bike rodeo and summer safety fest, which is right up your guys' alley. So we'll be having a bike rodeo that will be put on. I'm working with Trauma Nurses Talk Tough. It's a big name.
Nice.
They're going to be doing that. We have somebody coming out who will be doing skateboard safety. Hopefully we can get some donations for bike helmets that we can pass out. I'm hoping to have water safety coming with trying to get a hold of Clackamas County, either search and rescue or something like that to do some water safety. So the whole thing is focused on safety, screening, prevention in all of its forms. We do need volunteers for the bike rodeo. I'm hoping I can also get somebody from like an insurance person who can do something on teen driving and safe driving, because I have a couple of those. And so looking to really bring this as kind of a community resource fair, but also hopefully help reduce incidents over the summer here throughout the community. And just wanted to give you guys a formal invitation to participate in both of those events.
Okay, I have a comment on the helmets, okay? When we first opened the skate park in 2012, I went to the Randall.
Oh, yeah.
And I also went to OHSU and I got 40 helmets donated. So check with them and they might donate some helmets for you.
Yeah, I will have to look into that one. Trauma nurses said they will match it if we can purchase 50. They'll match us for another 50, but free is better. So
Check with those two
yeah.
hospitals because that's where we got them when we
Okay.
first opened.
you said it
up.
was Randall's and
Randall's and OHSU.
OHSU. Okay, I will look into that. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So, but yeah, and if there's anything that you're like, hey, we'd really love to see something on this, or you have a contact that would be a great one for this event. We'll even have some cancer screening coming, gun safety will be covered, all sorts of different things.
Check
So-
with Adidas. Adidas, yeah, I got Adidas. And I also got some from Nike too.
Oh,
So
sweet.
we got over 40 helmets given to us. for the
Awesome.
kids.
I will have to look into that. So,
Can
Yeah.
you keep us updated on the cancer and the gun safety
yeah. like-
also?
yeah, so
Along
we'll-
with these two?
Like we'll have a booth, they'll have a booth there.
Okay.
We will have a booth. The county is going to be bringing out lock boxes for guns, lock boxes for marijuana. We'll have drug and substance use safety. Orchid's going to be doing some first aid prevention type stuff. Ant Farm's going to be showcasing some of their activities and doing bike tune-ups. We will have a ton of different things that we're going to try and bring in. And then I'm reaching out to the Chamber of Commerce. So any businesses that do things here over the summer, Parks and Rec. So it's not just like just safety, but like, look, these are all the things here in Estacada that you can do. And here's how you can do them safely. So that's kind of the goal with this activity.
Excellent. Thank you.
So-
Want to appreciate the, what did you have, the event at the church
Oh, the
last weekend?
carnival, yes.
I took my granddaughter and
I saw y'all
it
there.
was a good time.
It was a good time.
She won the big, the oil painting. and
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
So-
the first winner.
She was happy.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you. So what does everybody think?
Yeah,
Good?
yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Are we able to put this information on our website? Elena, both front and back? Bike rodeo, skateboard safety. All right. And did you say when those other dates were? This is what, March and May, okay. Do you have any dates for the other ones or just keep in touch with you? Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. Creek Building. So- All right, anyone else with the community comments? Anyone? All right, let's see, moving on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the January 21st minutes?
Yeah, I approve those. Second those. First.
Second.
Have a second, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes, thank you. Moving on to presentation and reports. Lena told me the chief is busy right now, so he's out doing other things. So we'll get him next month. He'll update us on a bunch of things. I know he was at the city council meeting with all of his statistics and numbers for 2024. So he'll be here in the future to give us all those numbers, property crimes down that he did for the city council last week. So that was pretty good. And moving on to the fire chief's report, I looked in there, didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Did anyone else check it out?
No.
Okay. All right, moving on to the interviewing the applicants. And who do we have first?
Okay, I want to give you
Go ahead.
two little updates. One, Shane did withdraw his application.
Okay,
And then Debbie just handed me her application. So I could copy this, you could interview her today,
Okay.
or we could put it on your next agenda and you can interview her then. You have 5 openings, so you have plenty of.
can we
open-
just see her?
Yeah.
Are you able to make copies or?
I can go make copies
Okay.
right now if you want to start with Matt
Sure,
and we
we
can
can
do
do
Debbie
that.
last. Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Matt, can you come on up and to the microphone, please?
This is tall enough.
You
Okay.
can sit down, Matt. Go ahead. All right. You put in, why do you want to be on the Traffic and Public Safety Committee and how long you been here? And
Well, I lived in Eagle Creek about 34 years. My kids are all went to school in the Estacada Eagle Creek schools. Still got a couple children own property here. My wife and I lived out in Joseph, Oregon for about 6 years from 2017 to help out my mother-in-law. And moved back April 2023. So we love the area. I love the rain and the little bit of snow we get. And it turned out, I can remember the first time walking in for breakfast at the ECI. And my kid's old bus driver, Shirley McAdoo, was in there. Hi, how you doing? Where? I didn't know you guys moved. That kind of thing. And we were hoping to get property again, but with housing, interest rates, all that, we settled in up off the Deuce Road in the Faraday Hills. And I know there's some contention against the old timers and the new development, but I remember it was brought up about the parking and so on Main Street. I remember when they put the bricks in there and I'm thinking, oh man, what's going to happen to Dwayne's barbershop, you know? In Joseph, I was appointed and then elected as a city councilor. I was mayor pro tem. I was the council liaison for the fire public safety committee there and was instrumental in getting some of that COVID money, several $1,000s for the fire department. Did a lot of that kind of stuff. They were a little town of about 1,100 people. So it's a whole different thing, but a lot of the same kind of things. Traffic. I don't know if it's the only county in Oregon doesn't have any stoplights, but so moving back here, and I thought about it a long, long time because I know the commitment time-wise is incredible. But I'm an avid reader. And once I dive into something, I just keep going at it. I'm retired, so that gives me a little more time for freedom. And I know there was an opening on the city council too, but I didn't feel that much more committed to kind of get back in the swing of things. I will to say I plagiarized as much of the Estacada city ordinances as I could for the city of Joseph, and was surprised at all the stuff that applied to us out there even. So getting on the traffic, I think too, a lot of people don't realize there's so much more technically sometimes of putting in a stop sign, a street light, something like that. And that again takes a huge commitment sometimes. The public safety, I'm all for the speed limit problems around here. Again, being in the new subdivision, we do have speed bumps up there, and most of the people have the little mannequin out there, slow down, please. So it's a problem everywhere. The parking, I can see a great need for some public parking. I have a full-size pickup myself, and with the old bones in my neck and stuff, trying to pull out on this main street is just truly a pain in the neck. And public safety, I would like to see lots of involvement. Myself or a committee, I helped set up CPR training up in the Wallowa County area there. I was several years with the Eagle Creek Fire Department, and also a few years on the Eagle Creek Barton CPO, but that was way, way back there. So just interested in getting back and maybe having a little experience to share. And already meeting one of the members of the committee, and we talked, and of course I misplaced his business card with the number on it. So, and if you have any other questions of me,
Does anyone else have any questions for Matt? Counselor, do you have any? No? Okay. All right. Thank you, Matt.
okay.
Appreciate it. All right. Moving on to the next candidate. Karina Olson.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hear me?
Yep.
I want to thank you for the opportunity of me sharing my application with you all tonight. And I guess we'll just start from what I've already written down, just kind of recap. So I moved here to Estacada in 2014, about the time my son was a freshman in high school. So I was able to, and that's partly why I moved to this community, was we went from the west side of Portland over here. And so I did like what I saw as far as the school district went for Estacada, and I wanted him to experience his high school time in more of this type of community. So let's see, where do I start? So back in 2014, we moved up off Hillock Burn, and that was very fortunate. Unfortunately, did experience the forest fire, the wildfire. Our property butts up to the Dodge Church, so our property was completely surrounded. So I feel like I kind of like as a trial by fire as far as living here goes. So, I don't have, the eons of decades that a lot of other community members have, but I do feel very just attached to this community so much. My daughter now has started her family, and I just got to welcome my granddaughter into the world this week. And so they're living here in Estacada as well. And so we're definitely have solid roots here. Took an early retirement from the law field as a legal secretary. I was fortunate to have probably about 12 years now of experience with condemnation attorneys on the defense side. So I also learned from a condemnation attorney that worked for the DOJ, so I understand a lot of ordinances, not only Oregon revised statutes, but as well as local ordinances for particular cities, counties, you know, how to do a lot of that. Let's see, condemnation, business litigation, estate planning, not that that really is relevant here, but you know, could be. Estate planning, and then I transferred to another, that attorney decided to retire, and so I did med mal practice, which, so I'm glad I've retired now. I live up off Hillock Burn, like I said, with my flock of Shetland sheep and small flock of chickens of various types. And on 10 acres. And so I do enjoy being, you know, I know I'm outside of the city limits, but I do feel like I can bring kind of a liaison type of connection with the rural part of Estacada, which is still part of Estacada. And I do feel personally that sometimes that's not always heard, you know, because I know it's the city and a lot is going on within the city limits, but we do have a very rural community as well that does need to be heard at times. And let's see, what else? Oh, so was a military spouse for 25 years. And that was with the Oregon Army National Guard. I did volunteer about 2.5 to 3 years solid of time. You know, I had probably a decade of volunteer time with the Oregon National Guard Family Support. I was in charge at one time, 300 plus soldier families during the state's major deployment. It was the first deployment actually in ever, I think it was at that time, for the Kuwait deployment and Operation Iraqi Freedom. So I do have experience, I feel, as far as safety goes, coordination, very military family. So I understand rules, regulations, that type of stuff. So I did my time, you know. So a lot of deployments. I actually had multiple deployments where my husband was gone during that time, where I was a single parent plus running the family support coordinator position. But I really enjoyed it because, you know, you have various walks of life as far as the military families go. And so I'm drawn to supporting community members and, you know, families. So I'm trying to think what else. A lot of rules, regulations. I enjoy reading. So, you know, as far as those statutes go, I like to, you know, and I got the legal mind. So I do feel that this council would find my expertise valuable at times. And I'm not so black and white as to not understand how, you know, I can still be personable. So I do enjoy the black and white aspect, but you know, there's also a lot of gray areas as far as improvements that need to happen. I don't understand, you know, what your budget constraints are at the moment. I don't have your policy manual in my hand, so I can't say, yes, I would love to have, you know, every light on every street, you know.
We'll be going over a few of those tonight.
Okay, let's throw signs up everywhere, you know. I mean, we would love to have everything, I'm sure, but I also understand that there's a budget constraint. So, and until seeing all of those things, I can't, you know, advise what I would like to see happen. On a side note, I am looking at getting my ham radio license. So, you know, I think that, you know, I would like to see maybe, and I don't know if this falls under this council, but, you know, some kind of radio communications for the public, you know, maybe helping them understand what happens when the cell phone towers are down and there's another forest fire, you know, something of that I think would be valuable. So, you know, I'm looking at GMRS and all this other stuff. So, but that's my 2 cents.
Excellent. Thank you. Does anyone else have anything for Karina? No. Excellent. Thank you.
For your time.
All right. Moving on to Shane, you said withdrew. Oh, I know this guy, Mr. Kerry Dobbs.
Kerry Dobbs, please come forward. Yes, well, my clock is coming up too, so, I think my thing is bringing the voice of the public into this room. Because, government runs itself and it runs on what it's told to do. But what's lacked is the voice of the people. And so what we've accomplished in a couple of years, Jim will probably go over some of that stuff, is safety, number one. I'm a grandpa and a great grandpa, so kids are important, and so are the elderly. And the clock ticks on all of us. And we have a lot of things in town that points of travel for both kids in safety and elderly. And I think we've got a lot of work to do. And in regards to budget and stuff, I feel that we have enough funding to do things. So I don't think we're a poor city. It's the choice of what we would choose to spend the money on. And we're going through some different phases right now and things around us. So, but number one is safety. That's what I mean, in the school zone, especially the school area. And where kids are, the splash pad, it's a really cool thing coming this summer. It's going to be a blast down there for kids. The sidewalks, the designated for bicycle paths and stuff like that, and the skateboard area, the parks. This place in the summer, it fills up with tourists. It's like it's wonderful, and everybody comes out, and it's a good thing. But in the regards of speeding vehicles in subdivisions, we're working on stuff on that right now to the complaint's always been, and this is what I hear, this is what I bring into the room, we discuss it, here and bring it forth, and that is people need to slow down. And there's ways that we're moving forward to get people to slow down, which is doing something and answering the voice of the people. And you got kids, animals, pets that run around and stuff, so my thing is to continue to bring the voice of the people into this room and answer the public. So that's kind of my nutshell of why I'm here, why I'm sitting here, and want to continue doing that because of the results are there. Thank you.
Excellent. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Dobbs? All right. Moving on to the next one. Shirley Burke.
No, Philip, you're a speaker. Okay, I joined the traffic committee because I live up on at Campanella, by Campanella's Estate, by Eagle Creek Highway, and most important, River Mill School. My main purpose in this town since 2012 is the kids. When I came into this town, there was nothing I've been here since 68 off and on, but it had never improved. So we worked on that skate park and got that park in there. And now we're working on the traffic to control the traffic going by that park, going by that library. That is my main goal. Plus the River Mill School needs more safety measures like speed bumps, stop signs, because people come out of I'm not knocking Campanella's Estates, but they come out of Campanella's Estates and they just go right through that school zone like it's not even there. So my purpose is safety of the kids, and it will always be safety of the kids in Estacada. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Shirley. Anyone have anything for Shirley? No? Okay. All right. And let's see, the last one we have here is Debbie Pullman. Come on up.
I am super unprepared. I don't have a great resume.
Got one here.
Why am I here? Harry, He has been dogging me. No.
Okay.
I applied for city council and kind of relieved I didn't get in because I don't know that I had the bandwidth for it right now. Been doing the Civics Academy, which has been very interesting. Kind of getting a little bit of a feedback of, different areas of government.
Good.
And I don't really see myself as a government person. I'm a graphic artist. That's what I am. But everybody needs to be involved. And so all of the podcasts and the things that I listen to have been really encouraging community involvement. And so that's why I applied. And I mean, it sounds like you have some very qualified people that you could choose from. So, but I'm available. What can I contribute? Well, I'm very good at details. I've done a lot of really detail. I used to do copyright research for imaging. Had a crazy author that had $50,000 worth of copyrighted photos in his books. And so I had to negotiate all the fees and stuff like that for that. Been a graphic artist as a freelancer for 20 years. So I had my own business. And as of 5 years ago, I became the caregiver for my sister-in-law, who is a senior and has mental disabilities. So that certainly gives me this other side of me that is compassionate about those who are less fortunate, those who can't take care of themselves, safety. So that's who I am, and that's why I applied.
Excellent. Thank
Yeah,
you.
awesome.
Anyone else have anything for Debbie? No, thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
All right. So you just want a consensus, Elena, or?
Yeah, you have enough openings to recommend the appointment of everybody who has applied.
Okay. So do I have a motion to recommend to the city council, Matt, Karina, Carrie, Shirley, and Debbie?
Yeah. Are you staying on? You're not going anymore, are you? Was Shane gonna,
Oh, he withdrew.
he can't? Okay, just curious. Okay. Yeah, let's do the combo pack.
Okay,
Make a motion.
make a motion for me.
I make a motion for the combo package of all that are here and
Okay,
that.
do I have a second?
Yeah.
I second it.
All right.
Okay.
All in favor of Matt, Karina, Carrie, Shirley, and Debbie to be recommended to be appointed to Traffic and Public Safety Committee, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Thank you.
All right,
All right. Project plan development.
that was painless.
All right. So on the first one here, I think I put down priorities or goals or what everyone out here in the audience is talking about. The first thing that we usually have on our website, one of our first goals is school zone crossing safety and lighting. And we dove back into the, I think it was the last month meeting in January, and back in 2017, Estacada got a grant along with some other cities to do a safe routes to school. So the city manager and the budget person, Sadie, they went around with some Clackamas County members and hit all 4 schools and see what their deficiencies were. So we're kind of using that guide, crosswalks, sidewalks, signage, lighting. Going through this list, this is the list that we want to do for this year. Anyone have any questions about I think it's 12 or 13 intersections going from Northwest Way to the skate park, over to Broadway, up to River Mill Elementary, through 8th to the high school, up to Shafford, Pierce, down to Clackamas River, around the front of the school for Curran, and then back up to Maine. So that's what basically we covered in a nutshell. Elaine will put those intersections up a little bit later so everybody can see those. Is everybody okay with those
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
beginning?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you, that is a lot.
Yes.
Want to prioritize that or have since a lot of these are school crossings, do you want the school to prioritize ones that they
Wade
feel are the
Creek.
most impactful?
Let me see. I think I have that sheet,
Okay.
but they prioritize. I think I do. Let's see. Their first one was 6 in Broadway. It says lighting and crossing, flashing. So that's one. So everyone want to do that one? Because that's on our list.
Oh, yeah.
6 in Broadway.
Yes.
Okay. Broadway as it runs past River Mill, that's 10th and Broadway, right?
Yep.
Yes.
10th and North Broadway.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers and Shepherd.
Yeah. Lawrence and Coupland, Lawrence. Yep. Liberty, Hillway, Eagle Creek. Let's see. We have the 2 new apartment complexes, or one new and one that's going in.
The sidewalks.
Liberty, Hillway, and Eagle Creek. So we have,
Eagle Creek, the one there by the park and library.
no,
What's
we
the
got
name?
Eagle Creek and Northwest Liberty, which is the first Campanella Street exiting town.
Oh,
And then the next one is Hillway.
yeah, I know what that is.
So have one there for the new apartments and then one there to get the kids across to Liberty.
But it's the one listed there between the park and the library.
That was one that we recommended, but that's not on here
Yeah. I
for
think
the school.
That's the one, if you're looking at your priority list, that's the Northwest Wade and skate
Right.
park. Okay.
So how many of you guys want, Elena?
I would like you to set priorities because I don't know what the budget is yet. So
Okay.
if we could get all of them, that'd be great. That's
Okay.
a lot of them though. So if you could set, hey, these are our top priorities. This is
I
what
can
we'd
do
like
that.
to focus on this year.
So I'll do the 2 on Eagle, or we'll do the 2 on Eagle Creek,
The one
Lib-
by the library?
Liberty and Hillway,
Okay.
and North Broadway and 10th, North Broadway and 6th. And then I think we should do Pierce and
Yeah.
Shafford.
Yeah.
There's
So
no
we have
light, yeah.
that
That
side
includes the
Yeah.
lighting.
includes the lighting.
The lighting's got a bit hit out there. The
And the-
aluminums on that are
Yeah.
just,
We have a discussion about the one that I went on the, between the library and the park by the bridge there where the kids cross
Mhm.
go over to the park. The senior citizens come across that bridge to go over to catch the bus or go to the Wade Creek. We've had a senior citizen almost hit there this year and a couple of kids. Cause they don't watch where they're going. The kids don't watch where they're going. They just go straight across there. And anyway, you have two high usages. You've got the park and you got the library.
Mhm.
And there's a crosswalk on 6th and Eagle Creek, and there's one on 10th and Eagle Creek.
Mhm.
Which 10th and Eagle Creek and 6th and Eagle Creek don't have that many people crossing it. They're crossing in between those 2 crosswalks.
Okay.
And they need a
So they
crosswalk
want
there.
one there by the bridge or
By the
one
bridge,
closer to the gas station to get to the park.
The one
Northwest Wade and skate park.
Right. So that
skate
one,
park, yeah.
Okay.
We need one there very badly.
so that'll be 6 out of 13.
Yeah.
So
I'm counting 7. So I. have-
7.
I have Northwest Broadway and Northwest 6 was your first one.
Yep.
Your second was Broadway and 10th.
Yes.
Then third and fourth are the Eagle Creek, Liberty, Eagle Creek, Hillway.
Yep.
Then fifth was Pierce and 6th.
Pearson 6.
6th was Shafford and 6th.
Yep.
And then 7th was the skate park and
Okay.
Wade.
How's that?
That's,
Is that good?
great.
well, I'd like it further up on the list, but I'll take
Okay.
what I can get.
yeah.
All right. All right.
Summer's coming.
So,
Yeah.
all right, moving on to lighting. I think the city will have a discussion with PG&E on the lighting. What's been brought to our attention, especially the nighttime events or driving down Main and or Broadway. There's virtually no lights. I mean, the lights come down and they stay there. None of that light is hitting anywhere near the ground because it's completely dark. Now that, I mean, we're starting sports and everything, we need to make sure that in front of the high school, for going from the high school to the football field, and then improving the lighting in front of Estacada Middle School to the intersection at Main and Sixth, and of course, the other schools. They, don't have too many nighttime events, but Eighth and Broadway, or even the one down where we have the crossing there at on Main and Second, I think. Is that by the school, CRE, to have those. So that's what we have for nighttime, or we can, I guess, figure out a light audit, put something out on social media or something on the website. So everybody in town can give us a long list of where it's dark in town. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Anywhere else? I think it was in the second page, right? Yeah, the light concerns. Cedar, Hitchin Post Pizza, Deuce Road, Eagle Creek, North Sweetwater, Clackamas Way, Fourth and Zobrist to Second, junior high front entrance to high school entrance, Northeast Cemetery to Northeast Pierce. That's what we have on the list, second page. Anybody want
So
to?
we're proposing the
Yeah,
light
yeah, the lights.
on Pierce right over there, right?
Yeah, Cemetery to Pierce.
Painting too? The street?
No, that was on here. The pedestrian side, the crosswalks, pedestrian lights, and this is the lighting
Got it.
on the poles.
Okay.
There were some new lights installed recently on Deuce,
Okay,
like where the extension of Dugan Estates is on Deuce. Just, I don't know if you know where the extension of Dugan Estates is. They haven't built the actual houses yet,
okay.
but they just put in some
Past you
Lighting.
guys.
lighting there, like, I don't know, it's like where the stormwater pond is, like a little bit west of that, a little bit west of the Sweetwater.
Okay,
So there is a little bit,
so there is a little bit.
there is a little bit,
Okay,
but it doesn't go really much beyond that. It's just like maybe another block.
Yeah,
Okay.
as the new developments come in, they're required to put in the streetlights. So as you see, a lot of those developments coming in along Deuce and Eagle Creek, you'll see more lighting going in there too.
It was noticeable.
all right, so let's see. I know last year we recommended a crosswalk at the intersection of Northeast Hillway and Northwest Broadway in Campanella, so the families could cross safely on Hillway towards the playground there. Does anyone want that on the list for this year?
Yeah, if we can get it on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
what does everyone else think? Tasha?
You know where it's talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see, to answer the next one, the sidewalks on Fourth Avenue between Southeast Oakview Lane and Southeast Ginseng. Obviously, we're concerned that the high volume of children walk to school on the safe routes to school, like I was referring to earlier. But there's a development of 13 houses that are gonna go in there on those 4 acres between Oakview and Ginseng. So once that gets developed, when you go up Fourth, you go past Ginseng before you get to the top of the hill, and there's gonna be a big 4 acres there. They're gonna cut in and widen that and make that all beautiful. Don't know when. There's a ginseng development up there too that hasn't started yet either, so. Yeah. So I think that'll be far in the future, but we've talked about it. People have talked to us about it, so definitely have that on the radar. And then that on the radar also is the recommendation that we put forward last year in regards to the recommendations for the barriers to prevent accidents at the drop-offs due to inclement weather at Fourth and Oakview and Ginseng and Northeast Cascadia Ridge and Northeast Cemetery and Northeast Rockwell and Northeast Cemetery. I mean, we're up for anything, whether it's the steel, the cables, cement blocks. I mean, myself, I don't want to go down 50 feet into Campanelle. I mean, it's a car. I mean, walk away from it, it's just a car.
I think the cables would be the safest.
Well, we're having an engineer.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
they're
Good.
looking at that to decide which is the safest based on
Excellent,
the location.
excellent. Let's see. Moving on, priority roads for improvement. Obviously, speeding is the number one priority with citizens in town. There are 7 pending traffic studies. We've had one completed at Northeast Broadway and Northeast Sixth. There wasn't any recommendation for a 4-way stop there. And Southeast Oakview Lane and Northeast Forest, that one was incomplete. Is there another one there? Because we saw a square reader sign.
Yeah, it'll come before council
Okay,
in regards to the same speed hump discussion that council was addressing, so.
excellent. Excellent, excellent. And I just want to tell Deputy Bigler, we appreciate what you're doing for town, keeping people, everyone, Paitara, how visible you are when our kids go to school. We appreciate that. Everyone's like, darn, they're always out. And I'm like, well, of course they are. So thank you. Right. And let's see. Prioritizing American Disabilities Act for improved access and safety. And certain areas that need improving, we'll recommend them to the city council. We had a request last year from a citizen that used a wheelchair, that there's no wheelchair access at Southwest Second Avenue and Southwest Frontage Road by Les Schwab. Maybe we can take a look at that. That's another one here. 70. Okay. Anyone else have any other areas for ADA? Or I know Don put the ones up at the top of the hill there. I think
We
in
put,
January.
There was in time past, it's been a year or so ago, about the lady that tipped over right out in front of the City Hall here, the steps. She tried to go down the steps in a wheelchair. Somebody caught her, was at a Christmas event. And then we proposed several times for a slope out here that would run parallel to the stairs and also a railing. So that's still on the ticket too. Otherwise, you've got to come down this corner here. If you're on a wheelchair, you can't come this way and come here where the steps are. You either have to go all the way down there, turn around and come back. So really where there's steps, there should be a ramp. So anyway, that was proposed, time passed.
Okay.
Just making mention of that.
Okay. We got that one on the
Several,
list.
there's a lot of wheelchairs in town. We have a field trip coming up where we're going to, get in a wheelchair. And we're gonna experience what it's like. Oh, that's coming.
Right. So Neighborhood Watch, we encourage everyone to get on board with the Neighborhood Watch. We have all that information on our website in regards to contacting Clackamas County Officer McClurg. Campanella Estates, I believe it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. They got on, they had all their training with her. Now they have their signs up, Neighborhood Watch. So I think they're pretty happy with that, being active and calling in things to Officer McClurg or the non-emergency line. So we just hope that other neighborhoods also join. That would be a good thing. And let's see, we will be hosting the National Night Out event excuse me, on August 5th in Estacada. Clackamas County Sheriff will be there in force, showing off all their specialized equipment. Have local Estacada vendors from nonprofits will be in attendance, and local food carts will be there, and we're inviting other committees to attend. And just want to ask the committee, we're going to still have it over here across the street,
White Creek Park.
Wade Creek.
Yeah, the new park by the library, the new park with the big, the nice building and everything.
We're going to be able to fit everybody there with the,
Oh, I think it'd fit them better there than you get down here. It's a pretty good sized park.
okay. Well, we have the,
Walk in that park.
well, we get the fire trucks here already.
Can you
And
land
the
a
sheriff's-
helicopter there?
Yeah, in the parking lot.
Okay. All right.
No, you can't, I don't think there's room to land a helicopter.
So we'll put the permit in for over here.
Just giving them a bad time.
All right.
They probably landed on top of the building. That would be.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right, moving on to, let's see, the last couple items, we'll continue to attend the Eagle Creek Barton CPO meetings, so we're able to hear all the citizen voices outside the Estacada city limits. And we plan to collaborate with Estacada Fire and Clackamas County Sheriffs on some training events such as National Night Out. So, okay, that one's down. Moving to, sorry, I'm reading January's here. Okay, budget development, here we go. All right. So what we have proposed here, send it
Can I
to,
stop you for a
go ahead.
second? Yeah, because I would like if everybody agrees with all of your priorities,
sure,
that you just make a motion and approve that, and then we do the budget separately,
sure.
because that just makes it easier for me.
Make a motion to priorities goals list for 2025, 2026.
And the only thing I've added besides the numbering of the school crossings that we already covered was I
Mhm.
added the City Hall Plaza ramp that Carrie discussed.
Okay.
Was there anything else that I might have missed on this?
No.
Okay, great.
Do you want me to send you a shortened version of this?
No.
Or do
this
you
is-
have everything?
This is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I have your list here and I can.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So anyone make a motion to approve the priorities list for 2025, 2026?
I make a motion to approve the priority list for 2025-26.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Please,
That
have a second. All right, all in favor of the priorities, say aye.
one.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. All right, next up, the budget, 25, 26 budget. First, we have on a neighborhood watch events, training with Officer McClurg, materials, hands out, training materials, signs, business cards for committee members and neighborhood watch events in neighborhoods. We have $1,500 on that. Anyone need to add or subtract anything on that?
No, that should do it.
All good? Okay, second on the budget, Estacada school events, crosswalk safety, school zone cones, and doing safe routes to school with the school district. We have $1,000 for the Estacada school events. Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, number 3, the traffic and public safety mock-ups, street sidewalks, evacuations, park safety, reflective vests, cones, tape measures, strings, chalk, measure distance wheel, police no crossing tape. We have it broken down into 6 neighborhoods. So we put $2,000 for that.
Yep.
Everybody okay with that? All right, page number 2, moving along. Police reports, citations, fees associated with police reports, citations, body camera, dash camera footage, et cetera, $1,000.
Yeah.
Right. All right. All right. And traffic and public safety programs, National Night Out in the summertime, supplies, handouts, the bouncy balls, frisbees, pencils, pens, keychains, games, food and water. Have $1,500 for that.
Yep.
Okay. And lastly, wrapping it up, city-sponsored classes, Red Cross, Estacada Fire Department, Clackamas County Sheriff, I just put down CPR, first aid, defibrillator, women's self-defense. We can augment those later, but I put those down at 1,500 each for a grand total of 6,000 for the classes and a grand total of 13,000 for our budget.
Green light. Yeah. Yeah.
You might want to adjust just a little bit more what you're thinking for the CPR if you're expecting to have about the same number of attendees.
Oh,
It
okay.
might bump it up to 2,000.
Okay.
Because you had extra attendees this time and
Got it.
just in case.
So we'll do 2 for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8,000. So I had 2 more, so that'd be 15. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I know Elena kept track of everyone that was showing up. So, okay, so we get Elena on here, have a motion to approve the 25-26 budget. All right, have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second that.
Second, all right, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Right. Motion passes. Thank you. Appreciate it. And annual report. All right, we'll fly through these here. All right, this is what we did in 2024. We'll scream through these here. January 2024, Don put some new ADA walks installed Northeast Main, Northeast Second, and Northeast Main and Northeast Fifth. Had a streetlight audit conducted, and we've asked the citizens for suggestions where we need more light in town, which we'll do this year also. Clackamas County Sheriff Officer Sarah McClurg came to our committee and presented us a neighborhood watch discussion, and we put all the pertinent information on our Facebook page. In February, we finalized our annual report, our budget, and our priority list, project list for the council. Let's see, address at 445 Southeast Elm Street was identified as having poor street striping and no parking area. We passed information on to Public Works Director Don DeRosa, and he immediately had the whole side of the street repainted within a day or two. It was awesome. Northeast Shafford, Northeast 6 intersection had an accident that took out the stop sign and street signs. We notified Don, and he had them properly replaced within a day or two. Again, April 24 requested police reports in order to allow citizen information and awareness of the recent crimes in the city. We recommended, I believe, on Main and Broadway to Public Works Director DeRosa that several of the street signs were faded or unreadable on Main and Broadway, and then several of the side streets that needed to be replaced. Let's see, we had some citizens requesting traffic safety and or control device requests in April. Chief Mendoza has briefed the committee with updates and trends every month all throughout 2024, and it's made such a positive impact in the community. Our Estacada Fire Chief is now providing monthly updates via email, which are located on our website. We had several discussions concerning substance-involved driving trends in Oregon to include fentanyl and alcohol by county. Clackamas County statistics are on our section of the city website. In May of 2024, we had a homeless population living in the area of the Red Fox Hotel near Highway 211 in the Cazadero area. We documented the amount of trash, the significant amount of water pipes, damaged PG&E, no camping, no campfire signs. A deputy was assigned to work in this area, and the city manager contacted Ant Farm, and they conducted a cleanup day under the bridge. That was a good job by Ant Farm there. We ordered another police report in April 2024 about the burglary that occurred at Planet Cup of Joe to share with the community of Estacada. We worked on and completed a speed hump eligibility checklist and installation policy and procedures. June In June 2024, we updated our policy to include alternatives to speed humps like speed cushions, complete with video and photos. In collaboration with Clackamas County, we, the Traffic Public Safety Committee and Councilman Metcalf, were able to expand the intersection and replace the culvert at Southeast Lawrence Road. In August, we had a successful second National Night Out. The Clackamas County Sheriff and Rescue Team brought out numerous vehicles and gadgets for all the public to see. Estacada Fire Department parked all the vehicles and equipment in front of their station. Excuse me. We also had local food vendors, Christie's and Trail Ends Kettle Corn in attendance. We recommended an audible crossing to ODOT at Broadway and 224. The staff has reached out to them and is coordinating with them. And we have, like we listed in the priorities, recommended several traffic speed studies in the following neighborhoods: Northeast Main and 6, Northeast Broadway and 6, which was completed, Northeast 2nd, Northeast 5th, Southeast Oakview Lane, Northeast 4th. That was incomplete. Working on that one. We had a citizen action request in regards to the lighting on Southeast Cemetery, Southeast Coupland, and speeding to Northeast Pierce. So that was a big one there. Eagle Creek Highway, 10th and Broadway, and Northeast Pierce. We did the light audit in 2024, and I mentioned before Cedar Street over by Hitchin Post, Deuce by Eagle Creek, and Northeast Sweetwater, Northwest Clackamas Way, 4th and Zobrist to 2nd, junior high front entrance to high school, Northeast Cemetery to Northeast Pierce. And lastly, wrapping it up, we had a Red Cross CPR AED training for Estacada citizens in January of this year. There were 16 that signed up and there were 11 that attended the training. Did I forget anything? We good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have to vote on that one? No, okay. All right. And yeah, that's almost it. Correspondence for Clackamas County evacuation planning.
Yeah, I knew you guys were interested in this topic. They're going to be doing a evacuation planning focus group on Tuesday, March 4th from 6 to 7:30 PM here at City Hall. This is ran by Clackamas County, so you need to contact Clackamas County to RSVP, not me. But if you're interested in attending, the emails are in the packet if you want to attend. This is just information for you guys.
Okay. All right. And do they want 10 to 15 community members? Like it says on here?
Yes, they're looking for 10 to 15 community.
Are we able
members.
to put that out on our Facebook page?
Yeah, we're going to be sharing
Okay.
it on our Facebook
right.
page.
Excellent.
I finally got, this is the kind of draft. That's why it's
Okay.
this format in your thing. I have got the final and it'll go up on Facebook, and the
Okay.
city's website will share the
Thank you.
information too. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know that we'll have time for
Right.
the water bill. But I will see. I think we might. It goes out this week, so. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people without internet and they look at the water bill. I'll talk to Ally, who manages the water bill, see if we can get on there.
Excellent. Okay, moving on to committee reports and comments. Okay, the event subcommittee, guess that would be National Night Out. We know where it's gonna be. We know what we're doing. We'll start ordering some items. Have to do the permit to submit to, is it Taryn or Alex? I don't remember. One of the ladies there. Okay, and get everybody on board, the chief on board, the fire chief on board, and hopefully have another successful event. Yep. 3 years running. All right. Does anyone else have anything for National Night Out or recommendations or buy more stuff? Buy a little bit less?
We see about doing a cancer awareness group there, see if we get some of them in there. because there is a lot going on now. Cancer.
Do we have one in town or?
We did. I don't know if we're still doing that. I'll have to check with the lady that owns the Eagle Creek Feed Store was one of them.
Okay,
I'll check with them and see if they maybe come to it. So,
okay,
speaking from experience, you need all the support you can get.
right, definitely. All right. Anyone else for event subcommittee or moving on to communications? I think we got the evacuation planning going up. And Tyra's Estacada Prevention Alliance going up. I don't think we have anything else going up. But that makes, if the council approves, we'll have 6 on the committee. My math correct? Because Shane dropped out. So it'll be 4 and these 2. Is it 7 or?
It'd be 7 with you. Your term is not up.
There we go. Not good at math. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, me either. So it took me a second. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, and then lastly, can we just go through the intersection so we can show the community what we were talking about on the long laundry list there of the school zone crossing, safety and lighting? All these intersections. See if I can remember all of them. There we go. All right, excellent. That's 8th and Broadway. Okay.
Okay.
Not the first one, but this is just the ones I sent to Elena. We need all the gadgets here. This is one of the main ones here. Everybody coming from Big Jim's going north on Broadway. You go to the next one, please. All right, here we go. 10th and Broadway. We have 2 here. We have 1 sign there. We just need the push button and hopefully we can, in the future, have all the crosswalks look the same. It'll be the paint that he puts down and then he burns it to the ground instead of these.
That's the one that's already there and then put off coming up on 10th and Broadway coming out of Campanella's.
Where?
We have a stop sign.
Coming from Eagle Creek Highway.
Yeah. But then what we wanted was one that's sitting on 10th and Broadway coming from Campanella's. Because people, like I said, I'm not knocking Campanella's, but people come out of Campanella's.
By the
and
bus
they
barn
just-
there?
Yeah, they just blow through the school zone.
Okay, I think we'd have to do a study there to see, just like we did on 6th and Broadway.
Yeah.
Already did.
Not at, not up north. You mean up by Campanella, actually coming out of Campanella?
No,
You
but
want a stop sign?
10th and Broadway.
Right there.
Yeah,
That's 10th and Broadway.
okay, we do have one stop sign.
So when you're coming south to River Mill,
Yeah.
a sign there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Shirley,
Broadway.
are you requesting that, are you saying there's a stop sign that was there that is missing
there's
or
one stop sign coming out,
could you use your microphone so that people can hear you? Thank you.
there's a stop sign on 10th Street that
Yes.
goes to Broadway.
Okay,
But we need one on the left side.
okay. So
coming-
there's not one there
No,
that
there's
hasn't
not
been
one.
one there, so we'd have to
No.
do a traffic study.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Because they do come out of there, it's pretty fast coming out of there and they don't even pay attention to the school zone. One of these days, I'm gonna get hit because I pull over and make them slow down.
All right, excellent. Can you go to the next one, please? All right. Excellent. This is same, this is 10th and Broadway,
Yeah.
but just a picture of, there's a pedestrian crossing on each side, but we need to have everything lit up and the lights and everything. And the ADA's compliant there. All right, this is out at, what do we say?
Hillwood?
Eagle Creek and Northwest Hillway there, the entrance to Campanella. So it would connect to the ADA there, across the highway there.
Oh.
And then go to the next one. Okay, that's just a picture going, so the kids would have to walk down. Obviously, there's gonna be a sidewalk there where all the workers park there. And then going down to the next one. Okay, there's the next one there. That's Northwest Liberty and Eagle Creek Highway. So this is just crossing the street here, but I believe the next one will show, there we go, coming from the apartments over to that. So we'll have one there. Those are the two that we have on Eagle Creek Highway proposed. Go to the next one, please. All right. 6 in Maine. No pedestrian signs, no lights. So need to get some there. Stop sign's good. And everything's ADA compliant, but we need to get some flashing just like we have at the entrance of the junior high and then down at River Mill, the other elementary. Can't think of it right now. Clackamas River. Thank you. All right, go to the next one, please. And there's 6 in Maine there. Got the crosswalk, not the lines, but the dashes that Don's been doing now. So go ahead and go to the next one, please. And this is Pierce. You see, this is a little tired here. Even the sign's a little tired, not too yellow anymore. But we'll have the buttons, the lights, everything put in here, and you can see on the green area there's a sign over there with the crossing and the arrow too. Go to the next one, please. And this is from the Pierce side going straight across the high school. Yeah, there's one down to the left, which is the main one, but they already have the push buttons there. And let's see, and of course, Shafford and 6th. There's a couple different ones you can do here. I was standing in the ADA ramp over to the sign, the stop sign there on Shafford. And if you go to the next one, it'll show the opposite side of the street there. So there's 2 different locations. We can put a crosswalk there for the kids. All right. This is Pierce and 2nd Avenue. You can see Mr. Dobbs out there by the stop sign. This is getting the kids over from Pierce and Shafford over to Clackamas River Elementary. And go to the next one, Elaine. I think it'll be right out in front of the school. Oh no, that's okay. That's Hill Way. That's the new extension over there off Cemetery. I don't think it'll be there. We can see the dotted lines where I believe they're going to do the crosswalk. If you go to the next one, you can see the lines there, and over by the white car, I believe it's going to be on that side. Not sure yet, but that's intersection's looking to be pretty good. And go to the next one. And let's see, there's the skate park there in Eagle Creek. Do it to the left of the skate park here, or one can go over to the other side of closer to the library or the bridge, which is over there by the black Jeep there. So they can be 2 different locations and pick one, whatever's easier. Okay, go to the next one, and I think they get pretty close to the end there. That is the last one. Okay. So everybody good with those?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So that's all I have. Anyone else have anything? Counselor Blevins, anything, sir?
There's any sort of standard. So in PGE do tests, so we can see how light we want it, and we can change it depending, right? Like we don't need to do it everywhere. We can do it only in schools
Mm-hmm.
and certain intersections.
Definitely.
PGE does have standards for
They
their
do.
streetlights, for their lumens. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of the lights within town are not the LED, which look brighter. They're yeah. And so we have kind of as they go out, we switch them over plan.
Okay.
But if there's other areas where there's a street light and it's not projecting as much light and you feel like it should be more, we could potentially look at upgrading that to the LED.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Anyone else? Tasha or Shirley or Carrie?
No.
All right. All right, well, make a motion to. Anything else, Shirley?
No,
Oh, okay. So I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
second.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it.